All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Set. Go.
Champ.
Woo!
It's Wonderland!
Hey guys, welcome to How Do You Say Yaros Today.
Hey guys.
Did I say it correctly?
No.
No. How do you
How do you say Yaros? Our name.
Yaros. Any of those things work just nicely. But we have some exciting things. We are in a completely different shooting location today.
Because we're grounded.
Or quarantined. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But we are shooting here. We're a little sleepy.
Yes.
We are using our microphone though. It's a Yeti microphone. We even have some lights going on. We like to say our personalities are brighter, but
really we just have lights like blasting us right now, and the outdoor, like our one big window is open, so we just got all the light today.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
It's great.
And we have a very exciting podcast today.
Today is huge. Guys.
Yeah, do you want to share?
No, Adam has to share. This is huge.
A week or so ago, and obviously this is not, these are filmed and prepped in advance, but we got our first email. It has taken us a span of a year and a half to get one email.
Yep.
So we
have
our
our family hasn't even ever emailed us.
My mom doesn't listen, I believe.
My mom either. I think my mom has listened to one or two.
My parents listen when I force them in the car.
And then they turn it off. But yeah, our one email, guys. It's happened. It's a really big deal. I think it was the most excited Adam has been in a bit.
In a hot minute. About anything, to be honest. This is not just about the podcast. But Gabby doesn't know this person. I do. Alyssa Oliphant. We went to college together. Great person, fun, hilarious, witty, sarcastic, married to a great guy named Matt. I don't know Matt as well these days, and actually I haven't talked to Alyssa in a substantial period of time, but this was exciting because she is a listener. And Alyssa, you said in your email, I fully expect an episode about this email. Well, thank you. This episode is going to deal... You gave us a topic right after this, and we're talking about that today. So you too could have your things featured if you email us.
This could be you.
This could be you. This also could be reason not to email us, too, to be just as fair with it. But she said, I enjoy your hot takes and would love for you to do an episode on your take about the Gen Z versus millennial clothing debacle. Side parts and skinny jeans versus middle parts and mom jeans. Have a splendid day, Alyssa.
Oh, Alyssa, we will have a splendid day because of that. Seriously, because of her email. So much fun for us.
Absolutely. And if we should ever get any type of apparel or thing like that, and by the way, the chances of that are...
Well, Gen Z or millennial, we're versatile. That's fine.
I was going to say, like, if we bought something to sell, like an online catalog.
Yeah. Definitely,
something.
Alyssa. You'll get it.
We could do stickers.
Oh, stickers are fun.
Stickers are low key.
I would only do stickers if they were like textured and you could feel them. I wouldn't want to do the scratch and sniff. I feel like that's a big problem.
Yeah, we're not going to do scratch and sniff. That's a good call
for America.
But anyway, wait, what?
What? So anyway, let's go into this topic. We have been dying to talk about it.
Yeah. So Gabby, you are our clothing person here.
I don't know about that, actually. Adam has a lot of clothing thoughts and feelings about it.
I do have
very
some
specific.
Very specific. But you are a more adamant shopper. So I feel like you have a better take on the read of the youth.
Interesting. So first, I feel like I need to recap on millennial versus Gen Z, right? So millennial, I was trying to figure this out while we were thinking about it. So millennial is a person reaching young adulthood in the early 21st century. Does that sound right?
It's like 96 is the cutoff for millennials. After that, you're Gen Z, and eventually you're Generation Alpha, but they're like... Generation Alpha is like 5th graders right now.
Aw, so cute little alphas.
Yeah, cute little, but they don't count for anything.
Wait, that's scary to think that they're all our alpha.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're not going to be my alpha.
They're ruling us.
Yeah, we're millennials. We mean nothing.
Something about that right now. Okay, so then we are millennials because I was born in 89.
Yeah, and I'm not going to share when I was born. No, I was born in 91.
Okay.
Good. Gabby chased me down. I was the younger one.
He was. We've already talked about that, I think.
I know, but I like reiterating.
And then a Gen Z, you said, what's the age there?
It's like 96, I want to say, to like 2010-ish.
Oh, okay. For when they're born?
Yeah.
All right.
I could be wrong on that, but it's somewhere around those times.
Okay, so like a Gen Z, those are like my middle schoolers?
Yes, although they're going to be starting to become Generation Alpha soon.
Right, okay. All right, sounds good. This is good. Okay.
Yeah, so I think a few things here. One of the things I see immediately here, we will address Alyssa's two things of jeans and haircuts.
Absolutely.
But I see sneakers versus boots, at least in guys' clothing, but often even more beyond that for younger individuals. But I think this also might be just a maturity moment, too, of style evolution of, like, boots tend to be externally slightly more classy and dressier. But then again, also sneakers, like if you talk like Yeezys or high-end stuff, are enormously expensive. But it might just be stylistic of where we're at. Because I was not interested in boots as a high schooler. I was very interested in... I was big on Toms, actually.
Really?
Oh, loved Toms. Loved Toms sneakers.
I never understood Toms.
It's one for one.
I know, I just didn't understand it.
Well, okay.
They're so expensive.
Well, it was also helping to give another shoe to another person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, we're not...
I was always a little suspect of it. I was a little confused as to how that worked. But anyway, go on. Yes.
They would donate a pair for... Anyway,
go on.
Now, Gabby is raging in her conspiracy theories today. We're also in our onesies because we're not feeling the world's greatest, so we thought it'd be easier to hide our weakness in them.
We wanted to be swaddled.
Yeah, we wanted to be... And this is really, I think... At this point, if you were a millennial, you are feeling much better about onesies. Oh, yeah. You're starting to get to old age, and this is good. It keeps you clean. But I think that's where I think a lot of it is some of it is just the maturity of your fashion choices of like, are you trying to look hip or are you trying to look kind of like bold and outgoing in some ways? Because I think as a teenager, which would be what Gen Z is right now, you're trying to always push some more exotic buttons.
Really?
I think so. At least in our current dynamic versus millennials who we are trying to get some suave looking things on. That's where I would say right now. So that's where I see sneakers versus boots. Where I think boots with millennials are a little bit more of like, I'm an adult, I'm classier, I'm arriving type of moment. Okay. Sneakers are like, hey, yet again, same price. Oftentimes sneakers could be way more than boots too.
See, I don't know if I'm way off base on this, but like, I think that there's so much blending between the two.
Interesting, okay.
So I feel like millennials, for better or for worse, like if there's a new style that maybe is supposed like just for Gen Z, like they see it and they might try it too.
Interesting.
Even though they're older and maybe shouldn't necessarily be trying that style.
So what you're saying is like our parents when they got on Facebook and killed it.
Hey, they won. In my terms, they won. They took Facebook for their own, I think.
Yeah.
This is more like, I feel like, so there are styles that maybe are younger, I guess, or Gen Z styles, and I feel like I see millennials taking the styles too. So, like, okay, so I'm trying to think of different ones. So I'm thinking more, when you think of hairstyles, I'm thinking of like scrunchies.
Oh, the scrunchies. Yeah, scrunch on, my friend.
Scrunchies. So scrunchies, back in the day, that was a thing for me, like when I was growing up. Then scrunchies went away. I distinctly remember it because I remember thinking, is this a thing that I'm going to, like, I can tell no one's wearing scrunchies anymore, but do I still like them and just want to keep wearing them because I like them? Are they worth it? And I remember thinking, no, actually, I didn't want to keep going with them. So I went along with the trend.
Gabby.
But then scrunchies came back and I also started liking scrunchies again. So I fell prey to the times. Okay. And I think Gen Z brought scrunchies back.
So you're grateful to Gen Z in this. I'll throw out, can I throw out
Honestly, I think they made scrunchies with better material. That's what, like, my justification of reliking scrunchies again.
Sure, I mean, it's been 15 years since scrunchies were a big deal. Yeah, I mean, there's natural evolution.
But now millennials are using scrunchies again. So it's like...
okay, you're saying... Oh,
should I be doing that? I don't know. I'm doing it.
I'll throw out a trend that I don't like between both groups because I saw it with millennials originally. Yeah. And now it was gone for a little while, at least on a large scale. Yeah. Now it's returning back. And this is purely preference. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate on this. I don't like holes in jeans. I do not. I always felt like maybe it was from like just bias growing up because I also knew people that had jeans that had rips in them, and not because they wanted rips in them, but because they didn't always have the opportunity to get new jeans. It was like, why would I invest in something that, in this sense, that deliberately goes against the function of this? So to me, this was always, even as a teenager, I felt very strongly about it.
Do you never like rips in jeans?
Never. On a guy, no. At least girls were, even now I'm more sympathetic to girls, but that's because I can't identify as strongly with like the fashion style in there. Yeah. For guys, I was like, why do you have a rip in your jean? What's going on here? Like,
so is there like a cutoff with the amount of rips that you're okay?
You mean with guys or girls? Guys,
either
0.
One. Oh wow!
That you're a gentleman here. Present yourself as such, or just wear a pair of shorts.
Oh my gosh!
Like
I guess I understand for me there's a threshold, but I enjoy some rips in the jeans. Yeah. I struggle when it's like when I guess there's like a huge gap in it, and I'm like, what's the point? I guess, but I can enjoy a nice rip in a jean. I think
I just can't imagine paying for a frayed edge. That's where it's like, because like I do.
So you're very much the older generation in this.
Well, I am. This is probably dating me back, but I also like I do not buy cheap jeans either. Like I spent good money on it, but also to be fair, the jeans that I've had for about 2 years now. They're also not prone to ripping because they are like they have a little bit of synthetic material, so they're slightly stretchier too. So that way it's easier to wear.
Okay, so here's my question. Yep. So, okay, Gen Z versus millennials, where do we get our styles? Because I think growing up, we would get styles a lot, like at least we would look at magazines a lot.
Yep. And
maybe, I guess, TV shows. But now I feel like Gen Z maybe gets their styles from TikTok.
TikTok, the grams.
YouTubers, maybe? YouTubers, I guess?
YouTubers,
Instagrams. So, like, do we also? Oh, Adam's bleeding.
I was fidgeting with my skin here, and I'm going to just grab...
He's bleeding.
Oh,
gosh.
Piece of paper towel here. Oh, yes. This is, I was hoping for a classy cinematographic setup here, but that is
that's so much blood, though.
That's totally fine. I have it around paper towel.
Good job.
We're great here.
Good job.
We're good. You don't need to see.
Okay.
This won't help you. Gabby has this thing that she could heal me at any given moment.
I want to heal you. So do you think that's true then? Do you think Gen Zers get a lot of their style from TikTok and different things like that?
I don't know if everybody would want to admit that, though, because I think there's always, like, and I don't think this is a Gen Z thing. I think this is a millennial thing. Everybody wants, and everyone beyond this. When you're a young adult teenager, you want to be an original. You don't want to say, oh, I got that styling from that, or maybe very rarely you do, or unless you're the avant-garde, like you're the first person to get it, like, So I think there's always that sense of people wanting to say they're original. I think we all get it from some place.
That's fair. That's very fair.
And also, so it's not a bad thing. But also, like, if you bought a clothing item in a store, unless they have, like, a limited run on them, you're obviously not going to be an original. If you bought a Nike pair of sneakers, like, okay, maybe not everybody bought the same styling, but you're not going to be an original. They are sold throughout the entire country.
Okay, so what about, like, athleisure?
Oh.
Who does that belong to?
Oh, gosh, I would say that's a millennial thing right now. I don't
know because I see that with the Gen Zs too. Like I see a lot of them big into what's it, Lululemon?
Oh, I love Lululemon.
Betty and stuff.
Yeah, I'm big into Lululemon.
Adam loves that though. He does.
I love the ABC pants for men. Huge fan. Super comfortable.
I see this with I feel like our youth where more. But maybe it's just who I'm friends with because I think in my world we'll just buy like, leggings from like Target or Walmart. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of the youth it's like gotta get the Lululemon pants and then it's like the pant, you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's a status symbol.
Special pant.
Well, I think like everything that there's a status symbol with it.
You're right.
But my guess is that they are not always wearing those.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you have one, and it's like maybe you have like, okay, most parents are probably not shelling out. For some are, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I'm wearing my Lululemon leggings when I'm out in public. At home, I'm wearing my Target leggings.
Maybe.
Like, because it's just like, I feel like that's where...
Yeah.
But, you're probably right, though. Like, I think like athleisure kind of started with millennials, and because like we've definitely pushed like office attire way down into a more comfortable realm. I think with COVID now, we're going to see that like transfer over with teenagers.
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's true. Maybe, I wonder if COVID was big with the whole athleisure thing.
I mean, I bet there had
Because everyone's, wearing more like comfortable clothing, but you also kind of want to be a little fancy in your workout clothing and have it match or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not here to look like bums working out.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think I have so much trouble with this, honestly. I think it's a great topic, but I can't tell the difference between millennials and Gen Zs. I think that's where I struggle.
Okay.
I don't know. They seem so similar to me.
They cross the line.
They cross over a lot.
They cross over.
Like, yeah.
Well, on that note, those are our thoughts about it.
Yeah.
If Lululemon would like to sponsor us and really help us, I am an advocate already.
He is.
And Gabby could use some great leggings, paraphernalia, gift cards that could be used for anything that we want. So Lululemon, this is our reach out to you. Normally it is sallysbakingaddiction.com, not sponsored yet.
We love you, Sally.
We're gonna do a baking episode using one of your recipes soon. But we love you guys, and please like, subscribe, comment, do all those things. Email us at howdoyousayyaris@gmail.com. We'll see you later.
Gentle, gentle, gentle.